Yo, yo, yo. What's up, guys? Good morning, good morning, good morning, or good day, or happy evening. You know what I mean? Whatever time it is for you. Fair, what's up, my friend? What's going on? Man, we're finally going to be back into some gaming today. The past few days were really good, though. Even though we didn't get gaming done, it was really, really nice to sit down and take a solid look at creating a tentative schedule for us moving forward, which was really, really fun. I enjoyed it a lot. We got to take a nice long time looking at games that are slated to come out this year, especially ones that we're interested in playing here in the channel, in the community. And, you know, it's nice to have some kind of guide for what we can expect to experience in the channel this coming year. Yeah. So, we've got that. I haven't gotten it completely tidied up yet. It will become a command, hopefully after today. It'll be a command in the channel for people to keep track of, as well as it'll be posted in Discord for people to look at and see. But I'll show it off today, throughout the day as well, for people to look at that didn't miss, or that did miss the final look at the schedule. I'll show it off in between finishing the news and starting up the gaming, and throughout the day gaming. I'm sure there will be people that want to take a look at it that didn't get to see it, stuff like that. So yeah, today is back to Breath of the Wild, day 27. We're going to keep pushing, and I don't know, man. See if we can get Breath of the Wild done within the next week and a half, something like that, so we can kind of stick closely to our schedule that we've got created. Yeah, that's the play, man. I hope everybody is doing well. It's good to see you guys. Let's go ahead, hop on over here. Let's get our video gaming news segment popping off this morning. Let's see what we can find that's going on in the world of gaming. Yeah. This is what we're listening to. First of all, Crypt of the Necro Dancer, baby. That's what we're listening to this morning, starting off. So that's the Jam-a-Lam right there, Crypt of the Necro Dancer. If you're interested, it is, there's a lot of music that comes along with the soundtrack. It is a rhythm-based adventure RPG type game. So if that sounds like something up your alley, something that is of interest, go check it out. Cool. We will go ahead and cut the music. Thank you, Maestro. And let's get into the news. Let's go. Let's do it. See, there's our schedule. There's our schedule. I didn't get to spend time on it last night like I was hoping I would. But just so everybody knows, I did get recipes put into the food channel of the Discord last night for the cheesecake stuff and for the Chex Mix recipes. Discord's popping off right now for foods. Get in there. All right, let's see what we got. Let's see. Sarah, how you feeling today, buddy? I know that you said you weren't feeling too great yesterday, man. You doing a little bit better today? Oh, good, dude, good. That's great to hear, buddy. Fantastic. Good stuff, man. An Xbox controller with a screen, that immediately makes me think of like Sega Saturn for some reason. I don't know. I'm not gonna dive into that right now. There's all kinds of wild stuff coming out of CES. CES has been popping off over the last week, and we're getting all kinds of stuff for gaming, tech in general. There's just a lot of stuff coming out of CES. The thing that people, I think, need to understand is that some of this is actually in development, things that are absolutely going to come to fruition. And then there are things that companies are kind of have prototyped up to showcase to see what people's reception are going to be to it, right? And not everything's going to end up becoming an actual thing. But we'll see. There is a lot of cool stuff that gets showcased at CES. Let's take a peek. Okay, CES 2023 highlights, gaming gadgets, dazzling TVs, da-da-da-da. We'll take a, hopefully get a nice summary from CNET there, okay? We'll see. We looked at this yesterday. Accessibility in gaming is a huge deal. There are so many people that deal with varying degrees of some sort of, whether it be either a mental or physical disability, that really, really need developers to focus on helping them get more access to the world we love, which is gaming. And we've seen a lot more of this over the past, I would say half decade especially, but even especially more over the past couple of years, where big developers are actually starting to understand that this is something that is really, really, really needed. And I love seeing this. Yesterday we looked at where Sony has unveiled a controller. What were they calling this? I can't remember what they're calling it right now. But we looked at it yesterday. It's in yesterday's news segment. Take a look on our Twitch channel or the YouTube page for the gaming news segment from July. Bro, I'm trying to just skip ahead or time travel backwards, one of the two. January 5th, and you'll see a deep dive into it. But this is good stuff, man. We want to get as many people into the world we love as possible, right? Silent Hill 2 remake will stick close to the original. Ooh, mobile port of Vampire Survivors was rushed. Gross. We'll read about those. PS5, keeping the gaming console standing upright can be disastrous to its long-term health. Let's see what they have to say there. I'm wondering why. I haven't necessarily seen the orientation of the hardware inside, but that seems like a weird play. We read about this yesterday as well. PSVR 2 is supposed to have more than 30 games at launch. It's launching next month. Disastrous! What's up, Wick? PSVR 2 will have more than 30 games at launch next month. Prepare to be spending somewhere along the lines of $550 to $600 US. Something like that. That's a chunk of change. It's more than a PS5 costs. But in the realm of VR, that is not too bad. So, the thing that kind of peeves me a little bit is that it's not backwards compatible. PlayStation sucks at that. So, I don't know. We've read about it quite a bit. We've been hearing and keeping up with a lot of the news about PSVR 2 up to this point. It is hitting next month. And I don't know. That's the gist of it. We took a dive into, what is it, Beat Saber? What was the other game we talked about yesterday that's hitting with it? GT7, Gran Turismo 7. Hey, dude, Ferret, me too, brother. Me too. Yep. Gran Turismo 7 and Beat Saber are supposed to be coming out alongside it as VR titles. You can buy a version of the PSVR 2 that will have the Horizon VR title with it. So look into it if you're interested. We again, yesterday's news segment that we went across, we took a dive into this, but that's basically your TLDR there. You know what, dude? I've heard Beat Saber's amazing. Here's my issue. I will not give money to that company. As good as their VR headset is, Meta or Facebook, you can call that company whatever you want to call it. And look, that's just my own personal thing. I think that company is scummy. I don't like them. Here. The Zuckerberg robot is weird, and I'm not a fan of that organization. So I have a really hard time supporting them, even though it's hard to beat their hardware for VR. It really is. But I've heard Beat Saber is amazing, dude. Yeah. I would love to get a nice VR setup going at some point. I don't really have the room for it right now. I don't want to just like sit in a chair and play VR either, though. I want some room to do it. I just don't have the room to do it right now. There are other VR headset options. Here's the issue, though. The other VR headset options you're going for are going to cost you double to triple the cost for the same kind of quality, usually. But you're not wrong. There aren't. There's the HTC Vive. What's the other one I'm thinking of? There are other options. There are other options. You're absolutely right. But for what you can pay for a Quest, Valve's Index. There you go, buddy. Thank you. Yeah. For Valves, yeah, they're expensive, dude. They are. It's like roughly $1,200 to $1,500. Yo, okay, what's up? How are you? Good morning, good morning. You know, it's roughly like $1,200 to $1,500, maybe a little bit more sometimes for their full setup of VR, you know, as opposed to like the Quest, which, what's the Quest 2, about $400 to $500 right now, I think? Something like that. So, I mean, again, it's really hard to beat that price point for the quality of that. It is, yeah, you're not wrong, but you're paying for it as well. You know what I mean? That's the thing, is like, dude, you're dumping a chunk of change there. I'm great, my friend. Thanks for asking. I'm good. I'm fantastic. We finally got our tentative schedule for the rest of the year done up yesterday, and that was really fun. It took us like 3 days, man. It took us like 3 days. But oh, okay, yeah, word. Yeah. I mean, I think that's the thing, is like, price versus performance for what you get out of the Quest. It's hard to beat it, dude. It really is. So that's not lost on me. And I know that's why most people get in at that price point for that piece of hardware. The price for performance of a Quest is really hard to beat. It's like, if you want the latest and greatest really for gaming VR, like the Index, you know what I mean? Stuff like that, going and grabbing that is really what you want to be going and probably diving into. But you're going to be really dishing out some dough for those. You know what I mean? Oh, well, that's good to know. That's good to know. Because, dude, there's no way I would do it. I quit using Facebook. I think over a decade ago. So, yeah, not really my jam. Okay, just okay? What's going on? You all right? It's good to see you. So, yeah, I mean, again, I respect, I'm not trying to dog people for getting in at that price point for a quality piece of hardware. I just personally, dude, as much as Wick loves Facebook and Meta, I just can't do it, dude. You know? That's just a personal thing for me. What? Bloomberg, we won't be able to read this anyways. I don't think. Bloomberg usually gives us like Yeah. It always cuts these articles off. Feels bad. We've hit enough of the upcoming games for 2023 that I don't feel like in a funk this week. Yo, I'm sorry. I have been too, if that makes you feel any better. It's like for me, it's been trying to recover from all the holiday stuff. It's been a little bit rough. I feel like I'm finally getting back there a little bit, but yeah, it's been a bit of a thing. Trying to get back into feeling rested and comfortable back into the being home and getting sorted and getting back. Yeah, 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 dude. Vacation. Yeah. I mean, it was nice. It was nice having some time to go see family. But dude, it always makes me feel just absolutely wasted. You know, trying to get back into the groove of the norm. You know, is hard. I always feel exhausted after a holiday. You know, of traveling holiday. So I'm not going to dive into this. If anybody has anything they want to talk about their like games they're anticipating, dude, let's talk. But we hit over the past 3 days making our schedule. We hit on a lot of the games that are coming out this year that we're all pretty interested in. But yo, if there's something that we haven't talked about, you want to talk about, shoot, let's go. Whoa, what? Yo, Games Done Quick is about to start up too. Games Done Quick founder Mike Uyama steps down. What? Okay. Let's find out what's going on there. That's concerning. This Sunday for AGDQ? Sick, dude. Sick. I will I'll promote that this morning when I go over this article. It'll remind me. I'll pull up their website and their schedule and I'll link that out for everybody as well. AGDQ has been an amazing event for a very long time now. Awesome games done quick. If you're not familiar, they do. It's like, is it a full week these days? Is it a full week long of speed running? Basically, uh, it's basically just a bunch of that's games done quick, right? 8 through 50. So basically, yeah, like a week, right? Thanks, buddy. Thanks, Ferret. So basically a week long of full days, dude, of different people being broadcast on their Twitch channel. I don't know if they have any other platform they're live streaming on at this point, but I've always watched them on Twitch, and it's just a bunch of speed running and really cool announcements. And it's like all the money they generate is for good charities, Doctors Without Borders, things like that. And if you donate, you get put into basically like um, raffles for different kinds of prizes and stuff like that they give away throughout the entire event and stuff like that. Yeah, it's 24 hours. Like it's a full every day is just it doesn't stop until the end. Yeah. And so there's things that it's all about getting people to donate for this event, and it's all about charity, but you can actually win some cool things too. They always give away really cool items to people that donate. You get put into like a kind of a raffle system where you might win some stuff that's really neat. It's a cool event. It's a lot of really cool content to watch. They always have a schedule up so you know what games are being run at what time on what date. So you can, if you're not wanting to just watch random games or the entire event or whatever, you can tune in for specific games that you're interested in, and I'll show it later, okay? But it's a really cool time, man. It really is. They've been trying to get back into doing live events. Oh, wait, because that's Breath of the Wild, right? That's Breath of the Wild. Yeah, I think we talked about that's like the second or third game they're running, right? Speedrun of Breath of the Wild. Yeah. Yeah, I won't watch it. I won't watch it. Um, So they've been trying to get back into doing live events since the second. Yeah, thanks, dude. They've been trying to get back into doing live events since the pandemic hit, and it's been a bit of a struggle for them. They have done it, but it's been a bit of a ride, a roller coaster for them, if I remember correctly. They've had some issues also because one of the venues they use is a place down in Florida, and they've had some contract issues with this venue down there. There's been a lot of unfortunate things going on there with them getting it back to a live event that people can attend in person, as well as just something you can watch through live broadcast streaming and everything too. Whoops, I'm back. Whoops, there he is. What's up, dude? What are you doing? I definitely wasn't talking crap about Facebook slash Meta, whatever. So don't worry, we're all good. Don't worry about it. Ubisoft Star Wars game gets disappointing release date. What? I'll take a look at that. Death versus Let It Die servers are being suspended indefinitely. Bro. Yeah. Everything's fine. The troll is here. All right. He's here. Everything is fine. Don't worry. Yeah. 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 Again, I mean, I'm not necessarily trying to like make people jump on my bandwagon or whatever, but I do think that there are certain companies that are very scummy, and I think people should take a bit of time to educate themselves on some of these companies, and look into what these companies are doing, to make a bit of a better judgment call regarding whether or not you should be investing or even utilizing anything from their platforms or their company, you know. Yo, okay, cool, okay. Yeah. Hey, I hope work goes well. Thanks for stopping in. It's good to see you. Sorry you've been feeling a bit bleh. I can relate. Yeah. An Apple product a day keeps the doctor away? Jesus, dude. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of Apple either. So I don't know. That's not one I normally have to talk about a lot because um, it's just personal. That's one of those things that like that was my first smartphone ever was an Apple phone, and I have never of modern products. I have never gone back to using another one of their products after that initial smartphone. I was like, this is not it, dude. This is not it. So I've just stayed away from their stuff ever since. It's just not my jam, dude. Um, Sonic Frontiers is getting a free demo on Switch. Evil Within 2 available for free on Amazon Prime Gaming. I'm gonna pull this up. It definitely is it, huh? Yeah. Jesus, Wick. So here's the deal, dude. I've seen this article pop up the past 2 days in the news. You're wild, dude. But the past 2 days, I also have not seen the Evil Within 2 on my Prime Gaming desktop app. I already own it. Yeah, fair. I already own it, so it's not a big deal, but it's concerning to me for being able to get you guys into some free software, especially some free software, gaming software that I find to be very, very good. when I can't get it myself, how am I supposed to spread information to you guys on how to access it and grab it? You know what I mean? If you do have Prime. So I'll pull this up again. I'll take a look. Yeah, Epic Games first free games of 2023. Let's just take a look. I've got it up. Here you go. Again, hopefully everybody got in on the winter sale items that you were hoping to get a hold of for whatever platform. There was a lot of sales on most gaming platforms, but specifically the Steam for PC gaming, Steam and Epic, their sales ended yesterday, close towards like midday for us here in this time zone for the stream. And also their free games changed over. So you can now grab Kerbal Space Program and Shadow Tactics standalone expansion Aiko's Choice for free. So go get your free games. Cool. Now we don't have to dive into that article. We hit on this a little bit yesterday. We'll see some benchmarks come out about the AMD Ryzen 7000 series graphics chips, because we haven't seen a lot of benchmark stuff yet. The desktop GPU series, we've seen some price points for their entry. What up, gamer? What's up, dude? We've seen some price points for their entry series line of like about $1,000 and $900. These are supposed to be things that compete with NVIDIA's new 4000 series line of GPUs, right? Well, we saw yesterday some stuff that got announced at CES regarding their more mobile line of GPU 7000 series chips for GPU stuff. But it was a lot of information from AMD. It's not anything that's necessarily been tested by an unbiased kind of organization. We need benchmarks. We need to see what we're actually getting from AMD at this point. Gaming and working. Life, bro. It's good to see you, buddy. Saints Row free this weekend. This game did not review very well, but if you're interested, you might be able to play it this weekend for free. Looks like we got Nintendo eShop sales going on. When will the Nintendo Switch 2 be announced? Okay, so there's more rumors popping up about a new console for Nintendo. But a lot of what we're hearing right now is that I really don't expect anything this year. I don't think we'll probably see anything console-wise. At the very soonest, for Nintendo to have a new console, I don't think we'll see anything until next year at the soonest. I really don't. Don't hold your breath, I would say. Look at our other search real quick. Gamer, what have you been playing, dude? Did you ever try Payday 2? Did you try it out? I'm guessing you might have tried it and just not enjoyed it very much. Look what happened to my coffee mug last night, guys. Oh, God. My handle broke, dude. Feels bad. Could be worse. But it snapped into like 3 different pieces, and I think it could have been glued back on, but I would have been really, really afraid to use it at that point, and I was just like, I feel like the structural integrity of the handle being glued back on would have been worrisome. And there, you know, if I didn't get it glued back on there really well, Yeah, it just wasn't worth it. It's like, cool, dude, I'll just grab it. You know what I'm saying? It just wasn't worth the time and effort, I think. Is kind of, I knew there's some ways I could have done it pretty well and it wouldn't have been too worrying. But for what I just had here at the house right now, it wasn't going to work. Glue that sucker. So I was just like, well, we're just full fisting the coffee mug nowadays. It's cool. Look, the glass is still fully full of coffee. You know, the mug is. We only lost the handle. Think of it like controller repair. What could have been cool is doing it, repairing it like the Japanese pottery. You know, the Japanese pottery? Yeah. Yes, we do. God, Wick. Yes, we do, gamer. Yes, we do. The Japanese pottery where they inlay the like gold. What is that called, dude? It's so cool looking. If I knew how to do that, that would have been really neat, but I don't. Yeah, exactly fair. Yeah, that's what I'm talking. There's a specific name for it though, and I don't know I can't remember what it's called. But dude, that is so cool looking. Um, I've seen somebody do it. I saw somebody do it with a toilet, dude. Kintsugi. Kintsugi. All right, solid. Right on. I've seen a toilet that was repaired that way, dude. Like not in real life, but it was a toilet that apparently had been like broken and they repaired it with the kintsugi process of like the golden layer. It was really cool looking, dude. It does look awesome. It is really, really cool. Yeah. Yeah, we already hit on this. Look. Um, I think they're talking about 5 video games canceled for the Wizards of the Coast. All right, Wizards of the Coast is a subsidiary of Hasbro, right? That's their big developer for games, or their big one of their big gaming companies under their Hasbro's umbrella. They've canceled like 5 games at this point. We hit on this already, yeah. Wait, what? Yeah, dude, I don't know what's going on either. I'm with you, bro. What are you talking about? Oh, term. Random term. Yo, why are you thinking about teens, dude? Wick. That's pretty sus, brother. A random term. Term. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Wick. Kinda sus. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But if you see what you said, Wick, imagine just throwing out a random teen and OA just runs with it. Bruh, I'm not running around with any teens, okay, dude? You weirdo. You're setting me up for failure, brother. You don't. I was like, what is he talking about, dude? What is he talking? I was like, where did this come from? Damage. I was like, what is he talking about, dude? I had no idea what you're. Facebook won't care, dude. Facebook won't care. What are you talking about? Oh my god, I had no idea what you were talking about there for a second, dude. I was like, what's he trying to say here, dude? Yeah, I should have, dude. I should have just made up some kind of word for it. Yeah, try the very beginning. Yeah, gamer, dude. Facebook will want his source. Right, right, right. Yeah, which would be Wick, right? Uh, Gamer, dude. I only tried the very beginning of Payday 2. I started a match and a message came up to put on my mask. Started to walk into the bank. Everyone freaked out, so I turned off the game. Oh, dude. That is hilarious, man. That's funny. Uh, it is a cool game. I'm really looking forward to Payday 3. But it's a wild game. Payday is. It's one of those games where you have to take some time to learn how things work for sure. Yeah, I mean there's a lot of different. It's a game with a bunch of different scenarios, right? There's a bunch of different maps, and they all like each different map has a different scenario, like objective based scenario you're trying to accomplish, which they're all heist based, right? That's what Payday is about. You're trying to complete some objective about completing some kind of heist, whether it be getting things out of an armored truck or taking down a bank or what have you. There's all kinds of different stuff. Getting things out of taking down a drug lord's place and getting all the things out of there's all kinds of stuff to do. But there are different ways to go about getting things done. You can go in guns blazing, but it's going to be harder. You can go in, throw your mask on, go in there, dude, and it's just going to freak everybody out, and you're just going to have SWAT and police on you the entire time. It's going to make things a lot harder, right? And then there's ways to go in with your team where you can kind of alert the inside of the bank, but not you have to work as a team to like not alert the outside of the bank to the best of your ability. It makes everything that you're doing inside the bank a lot easier up until the point of you like trying to get out of there and get away with all the loot and everything, right? So there's a lot of different ways to go about doing stuff. And that's why I was saying before, like when you're playing the game, having a team of people playing with you that knows what they're doing in each of these scenarios, and it works very well. It's a very good co-op game. Very good co-op game. But a big part of the game is just playing it, failing, and getting better by failing because you learn through that process, right? It's playing the game and looking at what needs to be done in each specific scenario or map and going, oh crap, I should have done that differently, and doing it again and getting better next time. Oh, you did? Dude. So Payday 2 was a game, again, like back... When was this? Probably around 2011, 2012, something like that. It is a game that really got me back into PC gaming. I saw it and I was so intrigued by the game that I like built the first computer I had built in a while. I had been doing some console gaming for a while. I had kind of gravitated away from PC for a little bit at that point. I've been doing a lot of console gaming, and I was like, this game looks amazing. So I built my first PC that I had built in a while. It really got me back into PC gaming, and I loved it, man. I loved it. That's why I'm so excited for Payday 3. Not only the prospect of just how much I loved Payday 2, but if it's good, it's something that maybe some other people in the community would like to play together. We'll just be running around like doing a bunch of heists and stuff together, dude. It could be really, really fun. In my opinion. We talked about that. What? Silent Hill 2 remake developer reveals, that's Bloober Team, right? Reveals how it convinced Konami to make the game. We'll look at, oh, that's Evil Within. Where's the Silent Hill, the other Silent, don't we have another Silent Hill? Maybe not. All right, we'll keep looking. I thought we had another Silent Hill article up, but maybe not. Well, I cannot stress enough to people. Like, I'm not going to dive into this article. This, I really, is going from us having a really good, lighthearted time into a pretty dark kind of subject here. But anybody that ends up watching this content, please take the time to have some kind of oversight and involvement of keeping track of what the young people in your life are involved with in their online environments. The amount of predatory stuff that can happen online, it's not just in gaming, just in an online capacity, online communities, is really, really, really daunting. And it's scary. And you have to not only be aware and keep track of what young people are involved in online, because they're very gullible, but you need to be educating young people about how to be cautious and be aware of when they might be getting into some pretty sketchy territory. You know what I mean? Please, dude. This is so terrible. I'm not going to dive into that, but it's so rough. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Online environments at all. Social media, it can be gaming, anything that is an online environment, an online community where they're able to engage with other people. That's the thing about the internet. It provides a lot of anonymity, right? And it provides a great opportunity for bad actors, man, unfortunately. You know what I mean? And it's just it's really, really sad. But there's some bad people in the world, man. So, two players have reportedly been getting banned. Is that what this is? Yeah. Dude, I heard about this. Bro, Wick, don't worry, dude. You won't ever reach the number of kills required to get shadow banned. So you're fine, dude. But this is kind of wild. We'll read about this. What is that? So basically, shadow ban. It's like you're just getting banned for no reason. Like it's a people are just like getting into their account and they're just like getting banned for nothing. A lot of times you'll see this kind of thing happen where it's like well, let me give you a good definition. I'm probably not going to explain it very well. So it's basically just like blocking or banning somebody from a platform without their knowledge, right? That's basically the gist of what shadow banning is. Okay, so what's happening is a lot of people in Warzone have been. I've seen some clips of this just over. Like I saw some of it this morning while I was getting ready, and I was like, dude, this is wild. But yeah, there are gamers for Call of Duty that are just trying to get into their account right now, and they're just banned for like no reason. Like they're not cheating or anything like that. A lot of times what will happen, you'll see people get shadow banned in games that don't have a great reporting process. There'll be especially games where you can do factions versus factions, things like that. or guilds versus guilds. Apologies. Hot water was boiling. So like what'll happen, you'll see like where there's bad reporting processes, that there's not good vetting in a game, right? There will be like faction wars or guild type wars or whatever in certain games, where you'll get, they'll find out the name or the account of some of the high ranking members of the other team or guild or faction that you're getting ready to have a war against, and they'll just report. Everybody on your team can just like go report some of the high ranking members of the other team a certain amount of time, right? Before like that battle would start, and that account will get shadow banned. You'll see things like that happen. It's really scummy, dude. It's really, really scummy. So what'll happen is like they'll like the top ranking members of that faction that they would be going against wouldn't be able to participate in the battle or whatever because of the bad reporting process and no vetting happening to find out if they actually deserved to be banned. And just because there's a certain number, basically, dude, kind of, yeah. Or it's just basically really tilting the battle in your favor, right? Because you'd basically just be going in and facing a bunch of lower level players and stuff, right? That weren't at the top of the other side. You know what I mean? There's things like that'll happen. There's a lot of different reasons why shadow banning kind of stuff will ensue. That's just an example. You hear about things like that with developers for live service games that haven't gotten a really good reporting system, vetting of their reporting system implemented. So scummy things like that'll happen. If I remember correctly, dude, some stuff like that might have been happening in New World for a little bit. So I could be wrong, but I think so. So this is just another thing. Call of Duty Warzone 2 looks like there are people just getting shadow banned whenever they get to a certain number of kills. We'll read about it. Ooh, classic PS1 franchise returning sooner rather than later. Okay. All right. I'm not going to dive into this. This is going to be it's Jim Ryan, I'm guessing, going, "We're bringing more consoles." Right? We're going to meet demand. That's all that is. Cyberpunk receiving mass negative reviews. Let's take a look. What an edgelord, dude. Sorry. I don't understand how people like that get popular, dude. I just don't get it, man. Like, but I mean, I'm also not surprised that now is dealing with some kind of situation where apparently there was some crypto scheme going on and stuff like that. No, I'm not gonna dive into that. Not worth my time, dude. Controversy gets people's attention. It does. That's why, like, I'm moving on, dude. And that's what there's a lot of other content creators right now. I mean, that's what they do, right? That's what a lot of content creators do. They feed off each other, man. It's all about drama and stuff like that. And it's just they literally they farm views off of each other's drama that they, you know, it's just really wild. It's insane. I'm not a bit. I don't dig drama, dude. It's not my jam. That's why I just like the game. That's it. I'm not about drama. I don't dig it, dude. It's not. It's not my thing, man. But you know, it's funny because it is. A lot of people do. A lot of people love drama, man. And that's why there's so many content creators that have gotten really popular. And all they do is go back and forth talking crap about each other and trying to contradict each other's comments. And it's literally like, I'll make a video about their video, and then that person makes a video about the video that they made about their video. And it's like a nested situation. It's really, really weird. People eat it up, though, dude. I don't know. It's just not my jam. I'll just stop, dude. God, bro, I saw, God, I saw a video of this dude, Aiden Ross. But he thought like the average U.S. like income, the medium U.S. income was around 100K. I think is what he said. And it seemed legit. He legit seemed to think that he honestly thought the median income of somebody in the U.S., of people in the U.S., was $100,000. Yeah, he is. Agreed. Dude, I saw a hilarious meme, though. I saw a hilarious meme with, what's that dude's name? Misogyny Taint? What's that dude's name? Bro, the dude that just got arrested in Romania, where they were doing like a video together or whatever, and Tate's like sitting back in like a robe or whatever. That's all he's wearing, dude, is like this robe. And then Andrew, yeah, that dude. Yeah. And then there's like, because they were doing a cast together or whatever, and Aiden Ross is like sitting over there across from him, and this like still image of it, it looked really, really weird, dude. It looked like there was some stuff about to go down there between those two guys. It was funny that somebody like clipped it out like that too. It wasn't altered either. It was really weird. Fallout London? Wait, what? Shows off killer crap? What is this? What? We'll take a look. Dude, we got a lot of news. Let's stick with this. So much for the tropical weather. Dude, it has been a weird year. How is it cold, dude? It's pretty cold here. It's not bad, but it's chilly. It's like 20 Fahrenheit, feels like 10. We got a lot of snow yesterday though. But basically sitting around freezing through the rest of the week, dude. All the weekend. Right around freezing. It'll be a little bit warmer next week for us. Dude, it's not that bad. It's not that bad, really. Hasn't been. I mean, aside from like that cold front that came through, year just started. Yeah. Yeah. But, I mean, honestly, 50s last 10 days. Yeah, I mean, it's really weird. For where I live, man, it's usually like by the end of November, beginning of December, that's where you start getting the flux, right? It starts going like kind of dipping the toes, you know, into the freezing temperatures a little bit, but it'll come back up into like the 40s and 50s. Dipping into freezing 40s, 50s. But by the time you're like deep into December, it's really like kind of, it seems it's usually pretty steady into like the 30s, 20s, and you're really starting to get some fairly consistent snowfall, you know? And especially by this time. By January, dude, it's usually consistently, you know, teens and 20s, nice snow. And dude, it hasn't been like that this year. It just keeps kind of fluxing on us, you know? It's really wild. All right, classic PS1 franchise seemingly returning sooner than expected. A video game franchise that has its roots on the original PlayStation might be coming back sooner than anticipated. In the final months of 2022, longtime publisher Konami announced it would be bringing back its classic PS1 RPG series, Suikoden, dude. Yeah, Ferret, yeah. With a new remaster on modern platforms, and while this new version of the first two installments were broadly said to launch in 2023, a recent leak suggests they'll be releasing sooner rather than later. Based on new information from French retailer Fnac, Suikoden 1 and 2 HD Remaster, Gate Rune, and Dunen Unifaction Wars is set to launch in March. As mentioned, when Konami first announced this bundle of Suikoden and Suikoden 2, it was done so with such a broad release window that fans didn't know when to anticipate it. Assuming that this leak date is true, though, the remastered versions of the two Suikoden titles will hit PS4, Xbox One, and Switch on March 9th. March 9th for Suikoden fans. This is not official. Grain of salt here. But yeah, if this is true, Konami will probably come out with some kind of official release date news fairly soon. So we'll keep track here, okay? Cyberpunk 2077 is receiving mass negative reviews after Steam Awards win. Many still seem upset about the disastrous launch. Cyberpunk has been crowned with the Labor of Love Award during Steam Awards, causing many players to review bomb the title on Steam. A great number of players have started leaving negative reviews claiming the game does not deserve this accolade due to its troubled launch back in 2020. 2 years after its initial launch, Cyberpunk has become a massive success for its developer, driving the most successful third quarter of its history. Also bears the title of being one of the most controversial titles in the last 10 years of the gaming landscape. Even though the current state of CD Projekt Red's action-adventure title seems better than ever with 20 million copies sold, looks like some players still do not believe that Cyberpunk should have received the Labor of Love award. The award is given to games that have received significant post-launch support and updates, with the goal of recognizing the dedication and hard work of the developers. Cyberpunk had been plagued by technical issues and bugs on both console and PC, causing frustration and disappointment among players when it made its debut more than 2 years ago. Many have reported crashes, frame rate drops, and other performance problems, leading to a significant number of negative reviews on Steam and the removal of the title from the PlayStation Store. While CD Projekt Red has released a series of updates bearing huge file sizes in the past, the general idea in the recent review bombing states that the game is where it should have been released at. Thank you. No doubt. Using the words of one commenter, and thus it does not deserve this award. Yeah, here's the issue. I absolutely agree with this statement. I think what people are doing is looking at Cyberpunk as deserving the award because of the state it released in and how it has progressed from that point. That is not fair, dude. That is not fair at all. Have they made great strides in turning this title into something much, much better? Absolutely. I don't think anybody is going to argue that fact. But it is not fair for a title to be considered for this award under the you know, consideration that it has progressed to a good point with updates, patches, things like that, from it being released as a piece of crap. So, labor of love should have been given to a game that released well and continued to receive a mass amount of support from the developer in addressing any kind of needed fixes and additional content, in my opinion. So I agree with this wholly. Among the nominees of this award are Dota 2, Project Zomboid, No Man's Sky, and Deep Rock Galactic. According to a great number of fans, other nominees deserve the award more, stating that Cyberpunk has only received essential updates in the past to offer a stable experience. That being said, there are also players like the Redditor Biting Ed, who believe that CD Projekt's once troubled action adventure game deserves the award, saying CDPR has kept at it rather than abandoning it in the grave. Look, I don't think anybody is trying to say that they haven't done a great job, but it's also not fair, dude. While CD Projekt Red has promised great things about the future of Cyberpunk, the recent negative reception following the award serves as a reminder of the game's state at launch. Currently, the Polish video game giant is working on Phantom Liberty, the upcoming DLC, alongside multiple projects, including The Witcher 4. And here's another thing. Phantom Liberty is not going to be playable on previous gen consoles, dude. This is something nobody's talking about that is really pissing me off about CDPR. Phantom Liberty is this huge expansion they're creating for Cyberpunk, right? You can't play it on previous gen consoles. The fact of the matter is, this game released on previous gen consoles. CDPR is stating that they will give anybody a free copy of an upgrade to a new gen console. Not everybody has the money to spend to just go grab a new console, though. It's not that easy, man. So, not only that, but they came out with a quote that was like, with the new expansion, now everybody will get to experience what Cyberpunk was meant to be in the first place. That is a bad play, in my opinion. So, I agree with this article and the way a lot of people feel about this. I don't necessarily think that Cyberpunk should have won that award. One second. Okay, sorry. So, fair. I mean, part of this would also determine what is the definition of that award. Totally understand and agree with the statement about it is where it should have been released. Yeah. To me, the labor of love is improvements to the game, like new content. Not exactly, dude. Exactly. That's what I'm getting at. Labor of love, right? And that's what this says. Yeah. So the award is given to games that have received significant post-launch support and updates with the goal of recognizing the dedication and hard work of the developers. So, I mean, does it fit that definition? Yeah, it does. But is it fair? I don't think so. So, I think that CDPR and Cyberpunk, I think it fits the definition of being able to win the award, which is why it has. But is it fair that because the game released as an absolute crap show, it's easier for this to stand out as something that has the propensity to win this award because of its release. I think that's the thing. Right, exactly. Yeah, that doesn't make sense, dude. They shouldn't be rewarding developers for fixing. I think that's the big thing. This is rewarding a developer for releasing a game in a crap state and then fixing it. Dude, this should not happen in this industry. No way. This is a problem that we've had for a long time in the industry with bad releases. And now you're rewarding people for it. Basically is what you're doing. Is it great that they stuck by it and they made it into a better game? Absolutely. Should they be rewarded for it? No, because it never should have been released in that state in the first place. So I agree. Feels bad. They're going to get me riled up this morning, dude. Fallout London shows off killer crabs. Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, I will not. I will not deny that fact. I will not deny that fact. Shouldn't have had to though, right? After launch, shouldn't have had to. No game should release in that state. That is the key thing that people need to understand. No game should feel like that on release. That is actual trash can, dude. What a dumpster fire. They got rewarded for it. They got an award for it. Is basically what happened. Feels bad. Fallout London shows off killer crabs, walking mines, and working trains in a new video update. Agreed, dude. Agreed. Which is what we were talking about over the past couple of days. We talk about it a lot, right? Delays are fine. Delays are needed. They're actually critical, delays are. But there's a lot of, different things that come into play here. Delays, developers need to feel comfortable invoking delays for their games. They need to feel comfortable doing that because it's important. They also don't need to be jumping the gun, if you will, on release dates. They need to make sure that they're not pumping out release dates too early, which will ultimately result in having to delay more often. I understand the hype train. The hype train is needed, but be cautious about pumping out release dates too soon. And numerous delays are cause for concern, right? The total conversion mod is based on Bethesda Softworks' 2015 Smash Fallout 4. Look at this, dude. The team behind Fallout London, a total conversion mod of Fallout 4, has shared a new video update which shows off killer crabs, murderous post boxes, and a fully working railway system. Interesting. Yo, where's Vault at? The downloadable content, DLC, sized mod for the Bethesda game is set for release sometime in 2023, with the development team creating new quests, stories, and open world environments to explore. In the mod, which has been in development since 2019, players will be able to explore an original story in post-apocalyptic London from the Fallout universe. Even though Fallout London isn't an official expansion to the franchise, the development team has previously stated that it wants to adhere to the series' canon and make sure that any new concepts feel like they fit within the franchise. Not a shooting cannon. Hold on. All right, sorry. That should be the last time I have to get up. I do apologize. Sticking to story, right? Sharing a new video update, the development team showed off the new fully working train system. London, quote, London Underground, eat your heart out, said Fallout London's Cat Pope Lady Welsford. You saw a sneak peek of the trains in our original trailer, but back then they were just sideways elevators. Now, we have fully rigged and animated train systems. You can fully board them, then travel and fight to the next station. Feeling adventurous and rebellious? Well, we worked that one out too. She continued as the video shows footage of a player getting seriously injured after standing too close to the tracks. Sick. Let's look at this. Where's Vault at? I'm gonna have to keep this
Hello, all you lovely people. A very warm and cozy season's greetings to you all.
Video up for Vault.
That's right, everyone. We're back with a little update video to round off 2022. This is our fourth quarter video for the year for our upcoming Fallout London mod. Welcome back to Old Blighty. We do hope you've enjoyed this fun little format, and judging by everyone's comments, we'll be doing it again next year. More of me. Yes! Now, I do want to give you all a seasonal hand-on-heart thank you to all of our fans who support us, especially those on the Discord. You're the reason why we're doing this, and we honestly couldn't do it without you.
Socks,
so thank you, each and every one of you. Now, let's start the video properly, shall we? Here we go.
Hey there, everyone. I'm Kat, part of the PR team. I'm here to alert you all to something special which we just have to show you. Due to the hard graft of all those in our animation teams, and especially the hard work of Sunny Delight, we have fully working and moving trains. London Underground, eat your heart out. You saw a sneak peek in our original trailer, but did you know back then they were just sideways elevators? In true Bethesda fashion, they were just one step up from the train hat, but now they are fully rigged and animated train systems. You can fully board them from one station and travel and fight whilst on your way to the next one. Just have a little watch and listen for yourself.
Mind the gap, chat. Mind the gap.
Feeling adventurous and rebellious? Well, we worked that one out too. Stay tuned until the very end of the video too. Sunny Delight was in a true role, and we've included something special.
Yeah, wait,
I'll pass you back to the next department.
Hello, everybody. Apple Ula here to give you the update for the media department. The
They need
department
some, like,
has been
Dead
hard at work
Space,
in music
limb,
composition and sound design. I am happy to report
wreckage.
that Fallout London will feature up to 100 music
Instead
tracks,
of the body just
and
getting
over
like
40 of them will be radio tracks. Dansky, the lead of media
model just
and
getting,
audio,
like, kinda
has been
thrown
hard
around.
at work creating some stingers for the various factions.
the body
See if
should
you
get
can
like
guess which
actually
one this is for. I'll play
mutilated.
it now. Any ideas? Let us know in our Discord or in the comments below. If
All
you're
right, look, I'm gonna pause this right here. There's more to it. I'll link it for you guys. Probably, yeah. I need that immersion. You know what I'm saying? You're getting smoked by a train that fast. I need that immersion, dude. You're probably absolutely on track there, though. Lead 3D artist Matthew Mr. Sandman Espinoza then shared an update on killer robots, including a mobile postbox armed with a buzzsaw and a series of walking sea mines. 2D artist Sharo Miami Alejandro offered a glimpse of the 005 magazine series, which pay homage to a certain secret agent with a license to kill. Scour the London wasteland to find them and boost your stats, said Alejandro. Players will also be able to see the artwork on posters across Fallout London. The video also shows off Killer Crabs and the Isle of the Dogs Syndicate, a criminal organization that operates out of what was once Canary Wharf. The syndicate serves as the merchants and run one of the larger scavenger operations in the city. They're very wealthy with a professional criminal vibe. Imagine something between the London Mafia and the Cray twins, but with much better dress style, explains the video. Before introducing players to their opponents, the Vagabonds, whose leader was murdered by the Isle of Dogs Syndicate during a Fallout London specific event known as the Red Treaty. Last year, it was confirmed that Fallout London had removed a zombie version of Queen Elizabeth II following her death. As to what will replace it, you'll have to wait and see. Speaking to NME, the team behind Fallout London revealed that it will include original music inspired by the works of iconic British artists like the Beatles and David Bowie. Bowie, baby! Let's go, dude. That's really neat. I'll let you guys take a look. That video's probably got some cool stuff in it, but we'll go ahead and move on. I'll save that. Well, I'll probably need to show that to Vault once Vault shows up. Warzone 2 players have reportedly been getting shadow banned after reaching a certain number of kills. Plenty of controversy has been surrounding Warzone 2 recently due to drama brought about by innocent players being falsely banned. Now, another similar issue has been brought to light wherein users that reach a specific amount of frags are being shadow banned. Based on a post from gaming news aggregator Jake Lucky, Warzone 2 players that successfully reach their 10th kill in a match get disconnected from the lobby and are shadow banned. A clip attached to the same post shows a player immediately being booted out of a lobby soon after doing so. Multiple prominent Battle Royale streamers have also reported similar experiences after reaching the same mark. Guard Isaac, a well-known Warzone 2 content creator, recently posted a video of the shadow ban being handed to his account as he was streaming. Various Reddit threads have also been made detailing numerous instances of different accounts being shadow banned. One particular post had this to say about their experience. Been shadow banned for 2 weeks, unable to play with friends. Finally come back and get 3 games before I'm disconnected and boom, shadow banned again. Same account goes on to note that they never used voice chat in their games and that they only had a total of 8 kills in 3 matches. Some users are speculating that some of these cases may be caused by a large number of users reporting the same account at one time. See what I'm saying? That is one of those things that is tough for developers, but a good vetting system for a reporting method in online games is critical, dude, because it happens. At the time of writing, neither Call of Duty themselves nor the developers are yet to issue an official announcement regarding these issues. Hopefully, the community gets a resolution for this ongoing problem soon in order to improve the experience for everybody involved. We'll see what happens, but that's really rough. Dude, Games Done Quick founder Mike Uyama steps down. Games Done Quick has announced Mike Uyama will step down after AGDQ 2023. Games Done Quick has been a staple in the online community for years, bringing gamers together to raise funds for worthwhile causes through impressive video game speedruns. Since the beginning, founder Mike Uyama has been with the company. However, his time there will soon come to an end. Games Done Quick has announced that Mike Uyama will be stepping down from the company this year. Games Done Quick shared the news of Mike's pending exit in a press release shared with Shack News. Awesome Games Done Quick Online 2023, which is kicking off January 8th. We're talking 2 days, guys. Will be, and I'll give links and everything. We'll look at it in just a moment. Will be Uyama's final event with GDQ. When Uyama departs, GDQ's Director of Operations, Matt Merkel, will be taking over his duties. Quote, since I started Games Done Quick, I've seen it grow from a small volunteer effort to the thriving organization that it is today, said Uyama. I would not have been able to do it without the help of Matt Merkel, and the growth of GDQ would not have been possible without the help of the speedrunning community. I've never really been into speedrunning, but everything that I know about speedrunners and the speedrunning community is that it is a very, very, very cool thing. I will kind of compare it to, I think, again, I don't have personal experience with it, but I think it would be kind of comparative to streaming. My experience with being on Twitch has been amazing with other content creators. I have so many friends that I've made that are also content creators. And it's not something that I expect. I expected there to be more of a competitive thing in nature, where people were hesitant to share viewers and you know, have people be like, yo, go check this person out or whatever. And it's not like that. Quite often, it's a very, very, very close-knit community of people that just want to help each other out. And this is the same thing that I gather, and the same kind of vibe I get from the speedrunning community. Yo, rando mode time. Let's go. Everything that I've heard about the speedrunning community, and we have people, we have members of this community that are into doing some speedrunning. And just because I've been watching GDQ for a while, and dude, Ferret, a little bit late, but good emote nonetheless, dude. You know, is that the speedrunning communities, and there's an overall huge community about speedrunning, but there's also these sub communities for specific games that you might want to speedrun. And they're very, very, very cool about bringing in new people that are interested in running the games that they're passionate about. They've got great how-to guides. They're all about helping each other out. And I would just say that if you've got games that you love to play and you're really interested in, maybe taking a dive into the speedrunning aspect of some of these games that you're very passionate about, there are almost always communities out there of amazing gamers that are, I am positive, more than willing to help you get started in running those games, okay? Let me get a rando mode in here real quick. Get your random modes in there. Looking for Forever Alone, okay? So Mike says, I'm not sure where I'll go next, but one thing I'm sure about is that I will take a break and a vacation before diving headfirst into my next adventure. Mike Uyama has been with Games Done Quick since the very beginning, with the original event taking place in his mother's basement. Since then, Games Done Quick has grown to be one of the most prominent organizations in the speedrunning community. During the pandemic, the group made readjustments to deliver events remotely, continuing to raise funds for those in need. It will be interesting to see if GDQ heads in a different direction after Mike's exit. For more on Games Done Quick, Shack News has the information you need. Okay, here. I got you. Check this out. I'll just go to their Twitch page. How about that? Here's their schedule. This is their site. Okay? You'll be able to get everything you need from their site. Games Done Quick is amazing. Okay? Look, their next event is starting in 2 days. Okay? This is a GDQ. You'll see them be referred to as Awesome Games Done Quick, but they're originally just Games Done Quick. Okay? Awesome Games Done Quick or Games Done Quick, it's the same thing. It is the same organization. And right now, what's the organization that they're the charity that they're giving to for this next event? Let me just read this to you guys, okay? So for their next event, Awesome Games Done Quick 2023 returns in online form. The schedule is now live. I'll give that to you guys as well. AGDQ 2023 returns live online from January 8th to the 15th, 2023, benefiting the Prevent Cancer Foundation, okay? This is the organization that the charity that they'll be giving the money to from everything that they get from this event coming up next week, or this coming week. While we would love to return in person, we've determined to provide a safe and welcoming event to all. It was best that we moved away from our originally planned location in Florida. They've had issues with contract stuff down there with the venue they originally had set up was some of the issue there as well. Given the state's continued disregard for COVID-19's dangers, including anti-mandate vaccination policies and an increased aggression towards LGBTQ plus individuals, including the law colloquially known as Don't Say Gay, we do not believe it is a safe place for our community at this time. That is a great stance by GDQ, and it feels really bad that we have to deal with this kind of situation in our world. Immediately after the success of AGDQ 2020, we secured a contract with a venue in Florida to return in 2021. Since the global pandemic was declared, we postponed in-person events until it was safe to return. We've explored multiple options, which would allow us to remain in person by relocating to a safer location. Unfortunately, the cost required to cancel our contract is too great to justify relocating while paying the cancellation fee. And we are no longer able to delay our contract. This ultimately led us to move AGDQ 2023 online. While the move to online will allow us to save some expenses, we still have considerable costs to recover. We are looking to recover that money where possible, including with community support via Twitch subs. We thank the community for their support. Okay? So this is their website. Their schedule is here. So if you go to this, you'll actually see every single run that is set up for the entire event. Who's running it, who's commentating it, how long it should take, all this stuff, okay? That's the schedule. Let me get to their so you can watch it here on their site. You should also be able to get to their look, they've got a Discord. They've got all kinds of stuff, guys. So this is an amazing organization. They've got summer games done quick as well, which will happen in the summer, right? So they do this event like 2 times a year. One right now, like in the winter, and then one in the summer as well. See, 23, the summer is TBD right now. But do they not have a link to their Twitch page? What? Am I missing it? Whatever, here, I've got it. Hush. Hush your mouth. Hush your mouth. Shh. There we go. Here's their site. Okay. Yo. Shush your mouth. Okay. Awesome stuff. The event pops off in 2 days. You should definitely take a look. It's very, even their VODs, you know what I mean? They've got all kinds of like VODs that people have from runs that people have done, things like that. So it's a great site. It's a great organization. Check it out. On the note of Mike leaving the organization, best wishes. You know, whatever is coming next for Mike, hopefully it is something great and fulfilling. And I don't know. Thanks, Mike, for creating such an amazing organization, for helping people, an organization that is about getting rid of hate and discrimination, and being an amazing place for gamers, man. So, thank you. Ubisoft Star Wars game gets disappointing release date update. While Star Wars has plenty to offer the gaming world in 2023, Ubisoft's highly anticipated open world title encountered some bumps in the road. For years, fans have been clamoring to let loose in the Star Wars galaxy through a fully open world gaming experience. Fortunately, these longtime prayers were answered in early 2021 when Lucasfilm ended its EA exclusivity. One of the most highly anticipated announcements from the day hails from the gaming publisher Ubisoft, famed for Assassin's Creed and Far Cry. Marking the first time in 8 years that a company outside of EA has worked on a Star Wars title, Ubisoft's new project was described as a groundbreaking and highly story-driven open-world game led by Massive Entertainment, known for the Division franchise. Senior Vice President of Disney, Sean Shoptaw, has also promised fans that the title is worth the wait. Unfortunately, though, a new update suggests that this wait could be longer than anticipated. On Twitter, Ubisoft creative director Julian Geraghty teased fans about the studio's upcoming open world Star Wars video game. Happy New Year to you all. 2023 is going to be huge for us. Join the adventure. Star Wars logo was attached to the tweet, and below it were the studios collaborating on the release. Ubisoft, Massive, and Lucasfilms, right? Initially, many interpreted 2023 is going to be a huge year for us as the game is being released sometime this year. It's caused a massive surge of interest, but was something that Geraghty quickly corrected. In reply to the original post, Geraghty provided more context and clarified that the year would be huge for the teams building the game, quickly quelling any tell of the game seeing a release in the next 12 months. Quote, this seems to have sparked quite some interest. To be clear, I meant that 2023 will be huge for our teams building the game. However, this unfortunate update was twofold, as Geraghty pointed out that fans could be part of the project, although it is unclear if this means community involvement in some form or is simply hinting at a recruitment wave for developers, voice actors, and other critical jobs. When will it release? Speculate. Probably 2024, 2025. We'll keep track. Yo, Fair, you're good, dude. You're all right, brother. Yeah, no worries. No worries, buddy. Yo. Hey, anytime anybody spends here is appreciated. You know what I mean? So, dude, I get it. I get it. That's why I'm here. I'm here as often as I can be and as long as I can be for you guys, man. So, I just want you guys to understand that you don't need to apologize to me. You know what I mean? I just appreciate you guys being here when you can be here. So, I always feel bad whenever, like, I felt so bad taking time off for the holidays, even though it was for a good reason to see family and stuff that I hadn't seen in a while. It feels bad, dude. I like being here for you guys. I like hanging out with you, you know? So don't feel like you need to apologize to me. I just appreciate you guys, and I want to be here for you as often as I can. So, thanks, buddy. As much as you can be here, dude, it's appreciated. I hope work goes well, dude. Sorry you have to go back to work. It sucks, dude. We'll keep track. It's probably going to be a while before we see something on that front of that game. You know what I mean? Deathverse, Let It Die servers are being suspended indefinitely. Super Trick Games plans to redevelop the game ahead of its downtime. During its downtime. What is this game? Super Trick Games and Gun Ho Online Entertainment have announced that services for Deathverse, Let It Die, a Battle Royale spinoff of 2018's Let It Die, are being suspended after just 4 months. In a blog post published today, developer Super Trick Games shared that Deathverse Let It Die will be taken offline in July, though the studio plans to redevelop the game for an eventual relaunch. In the post, Super Trick Games acknowledged challenges with the game that have been present from launch, including issues with matchmaking and lag, 2 topics that are frequently mentioned in the mixed player reviews for the game on Steam. Quote, while we have tried various solutions to some degree of success, we have not been able to resolve the underlying problems, wrote the studio. As a result, the development and operations team have made the decision to temporarily suspend the game services while we redevelop Deathverse Let It Die. This was a difficult decision for us to make, continued the blog post. However, we believe that re-releasing the game with significant improvements will allow it to be enjoyed by a wider audience as well as our current players. So the servers will be suspended on July 18th, meaning that the 3rd season will only be partially launched. And there has been no set date for the relaunch of Deathverse at this point. Meaning servers will be at that point suspended just 10 months after the game launched. Initially in October of 2022. Scavengers. Hold on. Wait, what? Not even on here. Huh. That sounds familiar, but I'm not sure if I know what that is. Anyways. That's that for Deathverse. It's going to be going down in July. All right. Sonic Frontiers gets free demo on Switch. Back in November, Sega released Sonic Frontiers, a brand new entry in the Sonic the Hedgehog franchise. The end of the year always sees a lot of major video game releases, and it's easy for some of them to slip through the cracks. For anyone that might have missed out on Sonic's latest, Sega has now released a demo for the game on Switch. Should give players a chance to see what Frontiers has to offer and how it differs from past Sonic games. Sonic Frontiers made a number of changes to the established formula, adding a massive open zone for the character to explore and combat inspired by Paramount Sonic films. Critical reception to Sonic Frontiers was mixed across the board, though fans generally seem to have more positive things to say compared to the previous Sonic games. As the writer that reviewed it on Switch for comicbook.com, they awarded Sonic Frontiers a score of 4 out of 5, praising the game's open zones and cyberspace stages while taking issue with the elements like pop-in and gameplay loop that can sometimes feel tedious. Fans that do decide to check out the game will be happy to know that Sonic Frontiers will be getting a lot of additional content this year. Sega has revealed that the game will receive 3 content updates in 2023. The first two updates seem to be on the smaller side, adding features like a jukebox and a photo mode. However, the third update looks to be like a pretty big deal, featuring new playable characters as well as a new story content. Prospect of playing as characters like Tails and Knuckles is pretty exciting, but the best news is that all of this content will be free. That's pretty big, dude. It doesn't happen very often anymore. Free content, you know, so there you go. Hold on. This is weird. So, give me a second. I'm trying to figure something out here. I'm trying to figure something out. Because Evil Within 2 is not showing up in my desktop app. Every other game is, but Evil Within 2 is not. And this is a bit weird for me. So, trying to see if I can figure out what's going on here for you guys. Give me 1 second. With that, dude. Interesting. Interesting. Okay, so here's what I've found. There's a difference. There's a difference in the games that you can actually claim in the desktop app and the games that will show up as you being able to claim through their browser on Prime Gaming, which is stupid. Amazon needs to get their crap together. So, I was able to claim Faraway 2, Jungle Escape, Breath Edge, Lawn Mowing Simulator, and Chicken Police all through the desktop app. Yep. Let me make sure there wasn't another one. Hold on. Yeah, that's correct. But they do not show you through the desktop app Beat Cop, Evil Within 2, Dishonored 2, or Mom Hid My Game. So if you want to claim all the free games you can get right now through Prime Gaming, you need to get in through their browser Prime Gaming's browser to claim them all. So that's the problem. Amazon's all screwed up right now. I don't know what their deal is, but that's what's going on. So 1 second. All right, we get back at it. So, Reject, what's up, buddy? That's where I was having issues. Okay, we'd been seeing this over the past couple of days where we kept getting reports that you could get the Evil Within 2 on Prime Gaming. It wasn't showing up for me, and it's because I have the desktop app installed. Obviously, you have to have Amazon Prime to get Prime Gaming. Free games and free gaming content through Amazon Prime. But there were a number of games, especially the Evil Within 2, that were not showing up for me. The problem being that they don't show up on the desktop app. You have to actually access this stuff through Prime Gaming's website. Okay, so make a note of that. Okay, but that's the jam right there. So if you there are a number of games to grab right now through Prime Gaming. Beat Cop, Evil Within 2. There are a few right there. Mom Hid My Video Game that you have to grab through the their actual, like, in a web browser. Prime Gaming's through a web browser. The Breath Edge, Faraway 2, Lawn Mowing Simulator, Chicken Police. You can grab all of those just through the desktop app. But if you want to get everything, you need to access it through a web browser. There's something going on. There's something wrong. Reject, how are you doing today? But that is the difference. At least I figured it out. That's your information. Go grab your free games. If you don't have Prime Gaming, if you don't have an Amazon Prime account and you're interested in grabbing these games, there are ways to get a free trial. Okay? Go do a little bit of research. Hop on the old Google machine, okay? And do a Google search for free Amazon Prime free trials. And you can find ways to get free month, 2 months worth of free Amazon Prime, stuff like that. And then you can claim these free games, okay? So go take a look. Silent Hill 2 remake developer reveals how it convinced Konami to make the game. Yeah, Bloober Team has made other horror genre games like Blair Witch and The Medium. Given they're not owned by Konami or anything like that, they had to work to earn the privilege to work on the remake of Silent Hill 2. When speaking to Dread XP via VGC, Bloober's chief marketing officer, Anna Jasinska, had to directly compete with other studios to work on Silent Hill 2 Remake. The studio was invited by Konami to attend Tokyo Game Show in 2019 with a pitch and concept for a remake of the game. Konami was thrilled with the pitch, and the rest is history, but it did mean that the studio began to feel the pressures of taking on such a massive project. The idea of working on this project stalked us for many years, and in 2019 we received an invitation from Konami to participate in the Tokyo Game Show. To our delight, Konami asked us to prepare a concept for a remake of the original game's second installment in exchange for the opportunity of bringing the concept to life. Of course, we weren't the only contenders. Many other studios were vying for cooperation as well. But in the end, our concept was the one that stole Konami's heart. They recognized our commitment and passion for horror, and that alone was an enormous distinction for us. Our company was thunderstruck when we received this ecstatic information because many of Bloober Team's employees are die-hard fans of the title. As for apprehension, yes, the pressure is high since we're dealing with one of the best psychological horror games ever made. We want to stick close to the original, where we will put it in the spotlight for years to come. Yeah, time will tell, but there you go. Friday, baby. Payday 3. Oh, you mean money. Yeah. Oh, project submittal day. Good luck, dude. It's a good day. Yeah. Solid, dude. Is there like a vetting process for the project submission, or is it basically they've been vetting it? I'm guessing it's been vetted to an extent through the entire process, and it's just like, okay, it's finalizing details and just needing to turn it in and everything. Probably something along those lines. That's solid though, dude. Nice. Congrats. Awesome, awesome. Payday. Dude, I can't wait to play Payday. It's good to see you, buddy. I'm all jacked about Payday 3. All right. If you're interested, you can play Saints Row, the new Saints Row, for free this weekend. Reception to last year's Saints Row reboot was a bit mixed, and fans of the Ubisoft series might have held off on buying it as a result. This weekend, Xbox is hosting a free play days weekend, which allows Xbox Live Gold and Xbox Game Pass Ultimate subscribers to play play select titles for free for a limited time. One of the 3 games being offered this weekend is Saints Row, alongside Cricket 22 and For the King. For the King's a really cool game. Multiplayer, too. The 3 games can be played free on Xbox One, Series X, and S. For players looking for a new game, the trial is the perfect way to try before you buy. For those unfamiliar with how free play days works, subscribers can download these trials by accessing the individual pages for each game on the Microsoft Store. Each game has a green Install To tab that reads Included with Gold. Players can also download them directly on console by going through the Subscriptions tab found in the Xbox Store. All 3 games are free to play right now, and the promotion lasts through Sunday, January 8th at 11:59 p.m. Pacific Time. Readers should keep in mind that this offer is for the standard edition of Saints Row, and the offer does not appear on the page for the game's Gold Edition. When Saints Row released in 2022, it got a review on comicbook.com of 3 out of 5. Yeah. The reviewer for a comic book, Cade Onder, called it buggy and outdated, but praised the amount of content in the game, as well as co-op play. While it was not necessarily the reboot most Saints Row fans were hoping to see, definitely was something that some might enjoy despite its flaws. It is worth noting the game has had a number of updates and improvements since launch, might be in better shape now than it was at that point. So if you're interested, okay? If interested. Finalization process day. Getting everything to the city for their final approval. Getting the plans officially stamped by the city's engineer for a future construction start date. Sick, dude. Sick. Awesome. That's a big deal, man. Congrats. I hope everything goes smoothly. Yeah. Nintendo slashes prices of Switch eShop games in New Year's sale for North America. Usually, if there's a sale anywhere, they're doing it in other parts of the world as well. They're just specifically going to be referencing the games that are being found for the eShop sale in NA, okay? The titles will probably be different in other parts of the world, but there will still be sales going on, okay? North America might be a little behind Europe, but finally, even more savings have reached the Western shores. Nintendo has launched its New Year's sale today on the North American eShop. From now until 15 January, you can save yourself some cents by grabbing those much-wanted eShop games. There's up to 85% off big titles. Wolfenstein 2 is now just $6, while Bloodstained, cheap at $14. Newer releases, including indie darling Tunic, is $27. AI Somnium Files is 30% off at $42. Just some cherry picking there, but there's some highlights. There's a lot. Look at this list, man. There's a big list. I'll pick out some notables. Shin Megami Tensei 5, Castlevania Collection, TMNT Cowabunga Collection, Rogue Legacy 2, No Man's Sky, Dead Cells, Cadence of Hyrule, Dragon's Quest Builders 2, Hollow Knight, Stardew Valley, Elder Scrolls 5 Skyrim, Celeste, all kinds of stuff, guys. Link's Awakening, Paper Mario, lots of stuff. If you're interested, here you go, okay? PlayStation 5, keeping the gaming console standing upright can be disastrous to its long-term health. Really? Ever since its release over 2 years ago, Sony has claimed that users can use the next generation console in the PS5 both vertically and horizontal. This is not new for them, right? This has been the case for previous consoles as well. With a console of PS5 size, it's a relief for many users as they have the choice to keep the console any way they want. For the last 2 years, it seemed like the PS5's alignment wouldn't be causing any particular issues to its long-term health. However, new reports and revelations seem to suggest otherwise. As spotted by Wololo, what a name, Wololo, reports have arrived about users damaging their PS5s by keeping them upright. The report features a recent tweet from 68 Logic, who claims that the liquid metal used to cool the APU moves in an upright PlayStation 5. Do not put your PS5 upright. Here is the result. The liquid moves and freezes. This will result in overheat issues. Other than that, the report also featured other instances of console repairmen bringing the issue to light for some time now. What could possibly go wrong with a moving liquid metal? I mean, we used to play, the human race used to play with liquid metal, right? So everything's fine. As explained by Wololo, most of the time, a moving liquid metal used for cooling shouldn't be a problem, as they're tightly sealed shut. However, in some instances of the PS5, the seal between the APU and the cooler seems to be getting damaged. If the PS5 remained horizontal, then the liquid metal had no reason to move. However, due to gravity, the liquid metal in a vertical PlayStation 5 falls. Because this cooling might be drastically affected, as the lack of liquid metal can cause overheating and other system issues. Along with that, the liquid metal is also conductive, which means it can cause a short circuit if it touches a wrong component. For the most part, this issue won't affect users who have kept their PS5s upright. However, it's always good to remain on the safe side and use your PS5s horizontally. I didn't know that PS5s had been having issues of overheating until our buddy Gamer Extreme had let me know that their PS5 had started having some overheat issues. It was probably due to this. Potentially. Again, it shouldn't happen. There should be a seal on there that doesn't allow that liquid metal to leak out, which is why Sony has stated that it doesn't matter whether you keep the PS5 in a horizontal or a vertical orientation, right? But apparently that seal is not fail-safe, right? So if you want to be very, very, very safe about not having this happen, you should probably consider only keeping your PS5 in a horizontal orientation, okay? It's interesting. I'll link this for anybody that might want to take a look. CS 2023, we'll look at that last. How about that? Oh, there's more Silent Hill stuff. Yo, shut your mouth. Latest gaming news, Silent Hill 2 Remake will stick close to the original, and the mobile port of Vampire Survivors was rushed. Feels bad. Bloober Team is feeling the pressure to live up to the original Silent Hill 2. In an interview with Dread XP, the chief marketing officer of Bloober has expressed that the team is under pressure to deliver a game as good as the original. Anna Jasinska stated the pressure is high. Yeah, we just read about this. Yep. Fans are not going to be real thrilled if this game deviates too far from Silent Hill 2. So we'll see. They shouldn't need a sill. It should be held in place by the concrete pressure between the heatsink and well, I think that's what they're stating. But it's just easier for people to understand a sill as opposed to what you're stating, no chance. You know what I mean? Right. It's the connection between the parts that creates the sill ultimately, right? But if it's not connecting properly, that's what's resulting in a leak of the liquid metal, right? Yeah. Thanks, buddy. It's just, I think, easier for the article and a lot of people that aren't techies to understand the sill isn't fail-safe. You know what I mean? Yeah. Right. Yeah. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Yep. Like we just read in that article. And what's up, No Chance? Good to see you, buddy. Like we just read in that article, apparently there have been a lot of repair people for those kinds of products that have been posting findings of this for quite some time now since the PS5 came out. So some of the other stuff I noted on that Twitter post over to the side, if you bring it back up, I linked it. If you bring up that Twitter post again, you'll look over to the side on the comments and stuff. It looked like there were some comments talking about oh, are they really? Oh, that's some news. Interesting. We're a bit long on the news today. I'll try to look that up tomorrow, though. Interesting. We've been talking about the AMD new GPU series a little bit here lately. Ooh, that's rough. Okay. Huh. Wild. That's not good. Yeah. But what they were saying is, you know, Sony, there's talk about Sony coming out with new kind of configurations for the PS5, and it could alleviate some of these issues, but that's not anything official. So that's just some real quick stuff I saw somebody talking about on the comments. But certain percentage of their coolers on their GPUs don't have enough liquid in their vapor chambers, causing throttling and hot. Ooh, gross, dude. That's terrible. I don't understand. The biggest thing you should be avoiding in tech is overheating. You know what I mean? Like for hardware, as far as like the biggest killer, yeah? Overheat, dude. You can't tell me they didn't find issues with this kind of stuff as they were like, do they not quality check? Like, what's going on? The 7000 cards haven't even been out that long. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. So, I don't know, man. It's crazy. It's crazy. But I mean, you know, we've dealt with this kind of stuff for a long time, whether it be like consoles or GPUs or even, you know, I mean, dude, there were even CPUs. What were that? There was a whole line of like, wasn't it Intel CPUs that the actual the casing over the chip, right? The casing over the die wasn't actually touching the die, and the internal thermal paste wasn't actually contacting and stuff. It was really, really stupid, dude, from Intel. Like, it's like, what are you guys doing, dude? You know, there's been all kinds of crazy stuff from manufacturers for a long time. And it's like, what are you guys doing, dude? You know, it doesn't make sense. I mean, all the way back consoles as well. Like, dude, the first Microsoft consoles were terrible. They were always overheating. Their heat sinks were terrible, you know? I don't know. But you would figure at this point in, you know, the evolution of technology, man, we'd be doing better. The Red Ring of Death, brother. Yeah, yeah. Dude, how could anybody forget? You know? Constant. The Red Rings of Death, dude, constant. You couldn't have an Xbox without it having the red ring, dude. Unless you built some kind of custom cooling system inside of it. Crazy. Vampire Survivors will be receiving updates at a slower pace. The developer of look, we just read about this like Silent Hill 2 stuff, so we've already hit on that. The developer of one of 2022's best games, Vampire Survivors, posted an update on Steam detailing the process of how they released their game on mobile, while also giving us information about their plans in 2023. They stated, started by writing that they were planning on outsourcing the development of the mobile port of the game, which was announced at the Game Awards last year. Unfortunately, the mobile stores were swamped with clones of the game, some of which were identical. Taking it upon themselves to combat this, Ponko rushed the development of the mobile port, complete with a lack of heavy monetization. In the update, they also mentioned that patches would be paced at a slower rate than they were in 2022, as they are now developing for multiple ports. Okay. All right. I've already talked about this. If you haven't seen it, though, Kerbal Space Program, Shadow Tactics, Standalone Expansion, Ico's Choice is now free. These are now free on Epic Games, okay? Go get them. Go get your free games, guys. This is the last article I have. We'll try to pull up the AMD stuff tomorrow. We're going long on the news today. There's been a lot of stuff to cover. It's one of those days. So, yo, no chance. I appreciate that info, dude. That's really good stuff. I had no idea they were dealing with these issues with the new AMD series GPUs. So we'll take a look tomorrow for sure. Okay. But this is the last article I have pulled up for today. We're going to take a quick peek at maybe some relevant stuff for some of the highlights out of CES, and then we'll move on to our gaming stuff, okay? Panels and screens and everything have come a long ways. I still don't feel comfortable, dude, buying a phone that has a screen like this. Not yet. I just don't yet. Flex Hybrid concept has a screen that can roll and fold. We're getting there, dude. It's come a long ways. I don't feel comfortable with it yet. Flying cars. Yo, it's only going to cost you $800,000, and then you'll probably crash it because you don't know how to fly. Most people don't know how to fly anyways. Apple Care. Yeah, dude. Yes. I mean, dude, they've had phones for a while now that have this kind of stuff, right? Like, so they're making a lot of progress. They have been, but it still sketches the crap out of me, you know? I'm not buying into it yet. Do you believe you can fly, chat? Do you believe you can fly? I don't. I'll pass. Dude. Can we just skip flying cars and make teleporters? Please? I don't need to fly, dude. Teleport me somewhere. You know. Yeah, no doubt, dude. I can't wait. I can't wait. Yeah, for sure. Charge your laptop while you pedal. Nothing but screens. Lenovo Yoga Book 9i. Horizontal position. Huh. Two screens, multiple configuration options, stacked vertically or side by side with Bluetooth keyboard, turning one screen into its own haptic keyboard or touchpad. Shape-shifting laptop comes with its own original, own origami style stand. Active pin for taking full advantage of dual displays. It's kind of neat. It's not super new. You know, we've had a lot of stuff like that, but it's cool. Move over, Switch, and Steam Deck. Yeah, what is this? The Razer Edge. Okay, dude. Look, we've talked about the Razer Edge. The Switch isn't going anywhere because it's Nintendo. The Steam Deck's not going anywhere because it is a great platform, handheld platform for PC gaming libraries. What this is, the Razer Edge, along with so many other handheld devices that have started to come out in the same fashion of what Switch and the Steam Deck have made popular. These are devices aimed at 5G cloud gaming, right? It doesn't mean they won't necessarily be able to be used for other gaming applications, but that's what they are focused on, is cloud gaming, right? So the things to take into consideration here is, from what I've seen, they are not as as good hardware-wise as like the Steam Deck might be. They also are going to really, really necessitate a constant internet connection, data or mobile connection, something like that, to really utilize that cloud gaming application. You know what I mean? It's worth looking into if it works for you. You know what I mean? Dude, same here, no chance. I'm right there with you, man. I'm right there with. That's why it's really hard for me to buy into this concept right now. That's why I'm saying, like, exactly. Dude, even here where I'm at, I flux at 4G. I flux at 4G, dude. Yeah. And I'm not like in the boonies or anything, man. You know? So that's where I think that something like Steam Deck is a much more viable option as a system that runs off of libraries. You can download games, install games, things like that, as opposed to something that you just need a constant internet connection on. You know what I mean? I haven't looked all that in depth to these, like, because what was it? Logitech and Tencent made their console, their handheld console. Razer's Edge is a thing, and all these other handhelds are this cloud gaming focused kind of device, and I just don't see it yet. There's no doubt that the coverage is getting there, but it's not there yet. I don't know. And for the price, I'll take a Steam Deck. For that price, dude, I'll take a Steam Deck. That's just me, though. Everybody's going to feel a bit different about what fits their lifestyle better. So, Samsung 8K projector will only set you back about $30,000. it doesn't have a price tag on here, but uh, Sony's first car in 2026? Yeah, we'll see. Another foldable screen that slides? That's Samsung. Why though? That's gonna break, dude. I'm sorry. That sliding part, that's gonna screw up, dude. I'm calling it, dude. 3D laptop, TV that puts all those same. A 97 inch, a 90, a 97 inch. That's literally a 100-inch TV, dude. Flipping massive. That's what she said. Phones are definitely becoming more affordable, no doubt, which is great. They're so powerful. Phones have become so powerful, dude. You know, they have been for a long time, but even it's kind of the same thing we saw for technology with like televisions. You know, whenever televisions evolved from uh, the old tube televisions to like LCDs. I'm not even talking about LEDs, but to flat screen, right? From tube televisions to flat screens. Not even LEDs yet, just like plasmas and everything. You remember how expensive it was? Or even take something like hard disk drives to solid state drives. You remember how expensive it was initially? And it took a while too. Same thing with phones. I would say phones are even to a greater extent, exponentially, because there's so much tech that goes into them. You know, hard drive space, storage space, the cameras, the processors, the graphics. I mean, these are many. These are incredible computing devices, along with communication devices. You know, there's a lot that goes into these devices nowadays. But phones are getting really, really good, and they're getting cheaper, which is nice because mobile technology has evolved greatly. Like I kind of like it, but it's also kind of unnerving to me. There's like no lines on that car almost. It- it's a bit weird, dude. Like you can see a line here. There are a couple of lines here on the hood. Bro, that is so smooth. Giant leap for PC gamers who also use consoles. Dell's Nix concept controller. Yo, do you guys trust Dell stuff? Concept Nix gaming controller looks at first glance just like another third-party Xbox controller, albeit with some fancy lights. Alas, it's more than that. The Nix controller is tricked out with a bunch of hidden inputs, which multiply the functionality of the controller. Do you want the D? Bro, I didn't even see it. I read that and I didn't even put it together. Oh, dude. Everybody's going to be riding the D, dude. Oh my god. No chance. Very well played. Well played. God dang it, dude. Oh, do you want the D? Oh my God, dude. Great job, B&W. Jesus. The idea seems to be to bridge the gap between a gamepad and a keyboard. PC gamers are able to use hotkey setups to have dozens of inputs, far more than a typical gamepad, which is often limited to the options presented by a D-pad. That means that they can use a wider range of attacks in an MMO, for instance, or cycle between 6 or 7 guns in a first-person shooter, rather than the 2 or 3 that console gamers are often limited to. Dell. I'll sit back and watch that one. Intel 13th generation processors. Look, man, I'm not even going to get into like the AMD Intel wars and stuff, you know, but AMD has come a long ways from what they used to be as just considered like the budget PC CPU. The price for performance used to always be like AMD. But if you really wanted performance, dude, you would go Intel. That's changed. AMD has really stepped their game up, man. And I think it's important for people to really if you're getting into PC stuff to take a critical look at bumping up both Intel and AMD processors against one another to see which one is going to fit fit you better. What's it going to be able to do? Price point, performance, what are you getting, you know? They're both very good. Their 3D processors coming this year, dude, have a ton of is it their level 3 cache memory that's in them, dude? I think that's what's going on with the 3D processors from AMD. There's like a ton. It's like triple the size of what we've seen in level 3 cache memory in processors up to this point. I think it's something like that. Yeah, it changed big time. It really did. No chance. You're not. Yeah. Level 3? Yeah. Yeah. That's what I thought, dude. Yeah, the level 3 is actually insane. Like the amount of level 3 cache memory is stupid. Like I'm really interested in seeing how these processors are going to perform. It's something we haven't seen in processors yet with this amount of memory sitting in that level 3 slot. So we'll see. We'll see. I'm really looking forward to seeing some benchmarks, man. Look, cars incorporating gaming stuff is it's big. It's getting bigger. All kinds of manufacturers are developing entertainment options, especially for gaming in vehicles, because automation, driverless vehicles, it's getting closer and closer and closer. And when it fully comes to fruition, entertainment in cars, in vehicles is going to be a big deal, right? So, oh yeah, you're not wrong. Yeah. Okay, I didn't know that. Okay. Yep, it will. We'll have to see what they do. Hopefully, we'll see some benchmarks here before long. They might already have some out. I need to dive into it a little bit. Okay, that was cool. You know, I'll definitely be grabbing one of those cars, flying cars. Never. But hey, you do you. You know what I mean? Not that I could ever afford one, anyways. But you know. I don't know, dude. Them's the breaks, dude. That's the news. That's the news. We're gonna move on to some day 27, man. Day 27, Breath of the Wild. Get back into the gaming stuff. We spent the past 3 days making our schedule, tentative schedule for the coming year. It was a lot of fun. We got to look at a lot of games coming out in the next year. Talk about games we haven't played that have been out that were just backlogged for us. It was a good time, dude. Spending the last 3 days just kind of getting back into. I had a lot of holiday time off that is abnormal for me, and I was a bit worn out from it because there's a lot of traveling and it was nice to just actually take some time to chill out with you guys and not worry about gaming necessarily, even though I love gaming. And work on a schedule to have a good idea of what we're going to be getting into for the coming year. That has not been shared yet. I will have a command up very soon in the channel. I got sidetracked with some stuff last night, so the command is not up with it yet. And I will also share it in the Discord. It'll probably happen tonight, okay? But it will be shared very soon for everybody to keep track of. It'll be a working document for us moving forward as things change. It's tentative. We'll remain agile with schedule and everything, but I'll show it off after we finish this news segment too for anybody that hasn't seen it yet before we start gaming. On that note, anybody that is checking out this content as a VOD later on, either here on the Twitch channel or on our YouTube channel, if you're enjoying the content, see what you can do about coming and hanging out with myself, the rest of this amazing community, when we go live at 6 a.m. CST every single day. We start all of our streams off with video gaming news. This one's a bit lengthy. Sorry. Before we jump into whatever gaming content we have currently in the works or planned for the rest of the day, what have you. And yeah, I don't know, man. We have a good time. And we would love to see you come down and hang out with us and be a part of what we do here, okay? Other than that, stay healthy, stay safe, be kind to one another, and we will catch everybody tomorrow for January 7th edition of Video Gaming News, and it'll be day 28 of Breath of the Wild.